and welcome back to more A Hat in Time. Last time we took care of Train Rush, the last part of the Battle of the Birds. Now you'll notice the totals are different, and that's because I had a slight mishap where I had to actually replay the entire game because of a recording failure. So yeah, totals are going to be different, and the items from Rift tokens are going to be different. The conductor has a high score. Confirm him as the winner? Sure. He's kind of smug about it. You sure you want him to win? Why not? I always go with the conductor to win, and you'll see in a moment why.
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. No, please. Keep going. Oh, Lassie, it's you. I did it. I won the annual Bird Movie Award once again. Oh, imagine that face DJ Grooves must be pulling now, eh? Here, take this tiny, insignificant movie prop to match your tiny, insignificant efforts in securing my victory. Yeah, I can probably sell it on eBird for dimes and nickels. What? You're expecting more or something? Forget it. Go, shush, get out of here. I never want to see your ugly mug again.
Now you're probably thinking, why would they want the conductor to win if he's this smug about it? Well, you'll see. But we got a timepiece at least, and we're up to 25, so we can unlock the last door in the spaceship.
Here we go! All right, I'm in. I made it. I infiltrated that kid's spaceship without the alarms going off. I bet she's collected a ton more timepieces than I have. Now where does she keep them?
So yes, we get to actually play as Mustache Girl, raiding Hat Kid's spaceship. All you need to do is come up to the vault and...
Jackpot! This must be where she stores them all. Time to mess with time a little.
So that's not good. We should probably take a look at what's over there, shall we? Okay. Or not.
The annual Bird Movie Award was rigged. It was an inside job. No one knows about the power of the timepieces. He's been keeping one, and he's going to break it. The truth lies buried underneath Deadbird Studio. What goes on in Deadbird Studio when no one is around? Blow the cover on this thing, darling.
So that should give a hint to who's helping us. And also, this is very Paper Mario, and I approve. It's reminiscent of Chapter 3 of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, where you had, was it X helping you? You know, what goes on in the ring when no one else is around. I skipped that by accident, because it's technically different. I think it actually shows the same things, basically, but it's at night now. No one's around. We've seen this level before, so I don't feel too bad for skipping that. But yeah, just to show off, I don't know which hats we actually had, because I hadn't really been keeping close track. But as a brief aside, I actually wanted to say something about this costume. It's actually based on Freedom Planet, which is why it's called the Freedom. Apparently this one is based on One Shot, and this one is based on BlazBlue, but you cannot tell because the lighting is very, very blue. So we'll get a better look at the costume in a moment. I think, to my knowledge, I managed to collect all of the pieces of yarn and rift tokens and relics that I collected in the first playthrough. So I think everything should line up, but a couple items might be off. So, full disclosure, yes, this is apparently based on, I think, Ragna the Blood Edge or something kick-ass like that. I don't remember. I very casually played BlazBlue. Full disclosure, I'm terrible at fighting games, and I have no real experience with BlazBlue other than playing a little bit of Continuum Shift for PS3. It was like the final version of that game, because they made like a million versions. It's a fighting game, this is what they do. Okay, this is ominous. So, periodically in this level, we will be getting a little dialogue over the loudspeaker. I'm not gonna really pay attention to it because it's not subtitled, and it's like really not important. I might recap it if I'm talking over it, if I can understand it, because I had trouble understanding it on the previous run. Got another rift token, so we could summon another thing. But yes, whoever wins is going to be the main villain of the chapter, so that's why I always go with the conductor, because honestly the conductor is a better villain. He gives a villain like that. But it's hard to hear with the compression of the audio and it's him just basically scheming. But yeah, I just prefer DJ Grooves to not be the main villain, because you kind of have to go out of your way to make him seem more evil, because there is the possibility that he could also be a culprit in the murder on the Owl Express. If you blame Hat Kid's uncle's sister, it's revealed to actually be DJ Grooves. But that's a little bit obscure, so I don't really go for that. I only learned this very recently. Also, these shelves are full of movies you've never heard of. The amount of bird puns in their titles is staggering. So, yeah. The conductor just comes off as more evil to me all along, so I tend to just go with him as the villain. It's like he definitely gives off a vibe, more so than DJ Grooves the entire time, so I just prefer that. But, again, the big parade is actually really easy to get points on, so it's actually probably easier to, win with the conductor. Like, in this particular run, ended up collecting about 4 tokens during the big parade. And then, believe it or not, I missed on purpose, like, I wanna say about 4 or 5. And still only got a score of like, you know, 500, which is why the scores were a lot closer this time than when I only had 2 tokens. The security cameras will actually hurt you, so don't get caught. Makes sense. Now, we're actually almost to the point where we don't need to collect yarn anymore.
Maybe we should blow it up.
If we want to, yes, I'm ignoring what he's saying. Again, I tried listening to it and I actually couldn't understand it with the accent.
Someone shows up.
The label reads ticking clocks. You think of one being advanced and shiver. I feel like that's a reference that I don't understand. Not quite sure what that means. So yeah, I'm not really going to be concerned about yarn, because we only literally need 2 more pieces of yarn for the entire rest of the playthrough. Now, there's apparently 38 extra pieces of yarn beyond what you need. I have still not managed to find them. no joke, I have found 34 off screen on my main file. And I don't know what the last 4 are. So, yeah. This game has a lot of collectibles. And I actually wonder how much of this will factor into the post-game because they are adding DLC. Like if the remaining 38 yarn will help in terms of not having to do as much in the DLC worlds. For example, if they add new hats for the DLC world, maybe you'd only need 1 piece of yarn from the DLC, the one that ties to the new hat, and then you can just use the 38 remaining from the main game to just immediately get the new hat, or something like that. But I'm also sure they're probably going to make it so all of the yarn you need is probably going to be accessible within the game itself. At least I would hope so, because that would be good game design. So right here we got little pawns telling us to wall jump up here. The camera doesn't really like this level if you couldn't tell. It's a little cramped, so the camera kind of loses its mind a few times. Coming over here, we have cameras that we can get around. Got a door here. Now, there's a bit of a secret coming up that's actually kind of well hidden. So, this is a room. I don't know what room this is. I'm pretty sure they sort of implied the conductor won more awards than DJ Grooves, but also it kind of seems like this might be DJ Grooves' room, so I'm a little bit confused as to whose room this actually is. Okay, now I'm actually a little turned around, oddly enough. Like, oh, okay, here we go. Getting the key kind of throws me off directionally, so here's our way forward, but we're not going there. We're going in here first, because maybe you didn't get all the yarn that I collected. So this one's actually pretty out of the way, so I want to show it off. Pretty cool, we definitely have enough, and then some for the next hat, and the last hat of the main story, which we will be getting soon. I've decided to basically go to chapter 4 and then get the hat and then actually finish chapter 1 before doing anything major in chapter 4. So kind of doing things in a weird order, but oh well. Nothing on this whiteboard makes any sense to you. In fact, this mostly just looks like ramblings of someone very close to running out of movie ideas. There are no less than 7 instances of the word reboot. That seems accurate. I am one of those rare people, I feel, who doesn't usually mind rebooting things as long as you do them well. If you do it well, then I have no qualms. If you do it badly, then I will be very upset by it. But then again, I'm upset by just bad movies in general, so it's not really a reboot problem, it's just a movie problem in general. Anyway, that's what the key is for, another relic in case you didn't get a relic earlier that I had shown off. And here's the end of the line. So, this last elevator is to the very bottom of the studio, and someone really doesn't want us to go in there. No birds, no kids, no humans, no cats. Yeah, no one's allowed in here, so clearly we're on the right track. So next time we'll see what's down there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more A Hat in Time.